What's up, y'all? It's your girl, Viewer Reality Recap, here for another Tea Talk session. Today, we are talking about last night's episode of Love and Hip Hop ATL. This is episode 2 of the new season. Before we get into it, make sure you like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click the like on this video and tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend. Also, I'm on Instagram and Facebook giving you all the gossip, all the news, and highlights of all the reality TV shows happening right now. So make sure you are following your girl at what you see down here on the screen. Reality underscore recap. I appreciate your support. Now let me put the people up on the screen. Yeah, I know I like to be big. I wish I could figure out how to just make it like this the first time without me being small and moving it, but we'll figure it out. I'm a one-woman show here. Let's get into last night's episode of Love and Hip Hop ATL, which was okay. Um, Maybe it's because the drama at this point has already unfolded and we already know about Scrappy and his new bundle of joy that is just now unfolding on the show. But it was okay. I mean, I'm definitely living for Love and Hip Hop Miami a little bit more, but we are still in London with the cast. Well, some of the cast. Rashida and Kurt are not in London. Erica Banks is not in London. We saw them. Saucy Santana, Ciara, none of them are in London, but we are in London with the rest of the cast. Karli Red, Bambi, Scrappy, Khaotic, Lil Zane talking about he just went out of the country for his first time on this London trip. And I said to you guys before, he never toured overseas or nothing. I thought, he was pretty big back in the day. He ain't never traveled. That's tea for another day. I guess he just stayed in Atlanta sleeping with everybody. So um but yeah, we saw the continuation of and Spices in London. Of course, she's the one that brought them there to perform at the Unruly Fest. And they are there ahead of the fest hanging out, and it is not going well. So we saw Scrappy and Khaotic get into it. Scrappy is feeling owed money from the YouTube channel that they were doing together that Khaotic removed Scrappy off of. Khaotic says Scrappy was not about his business. He was paying for, I guess, maybe editing production of this YouTube channel and everything that comes along with the promotion of it. Scrappy feels like, well, the first couple of episodes or so, his highest view episodes were because of him and his family being on the videos, and he feels owed money. It sounds like he landed on, I don't know how he got there, got his calculations, but it sounded like he had landed on around $5,000 he's owed. To ruin a great friendship over that or over this YouTube channel, I wish they could, sit down and talk. It seemed like it was going in a good direction when Scrappy apologized in the first episode and then said psych basically and took it back. So they didn't get far in the conversation where Chaotic said, you know what your issue is? And no, I don't know what my issue is. Y'all know how Scrappy feels. I don't know if y'all see what I see, but I get concerned for Scrappy when I see him online, especially when he goes live. It always seems, just my opinion, to be a drunk rant. Um, I do think Scrappy still has a lot of growing up to do. I mean, this baby coming into the world and how, we'll get into that if you haven't heard the story already. I've definitely gave you the tea a few times now, but I just feel like, although he says he is mentally strong, spiritually strong, and he's dealt with his demons, I don't see that. That's not what I see when I look at the rants that he does on Instagram Live. But nonetheless, him and Chaotic got into it, and Chaotic decided to leave London and go back home. Chaotic said that he's in a different space, right? He doesn't drink, he doesn't smoke, he doesn't do any of those things. And he decided, he had a conversation with Lil Zane and let him know, I'm gonna just go back home, get to the bag. I don't want to be out here with that type of energy and feeling like, this dude gonna try to fight or at any time or while I'm on stage performing, he might try to, attack me while I'm performing. So he said, you know what, I'm in a different space. And I'm going home. Now, what I didn't really agree with there with Chaotic is that he made some comments of, he know things about Scrappy that could ruin his career and his life. I'm not really here for the friends, your old friends trying to tell your secrets. That's not cool with me. I think that's a little whack. So I don't even know why he brought it up, especially if you're not going to tell what those things are. That leaves the perception up to the public to come up with all types of things. That's just as damaging as saying whatever it is that you claim to know. He did say that, well, what I know will come out in due time. He's going to ruin his career and himself on his own. Um, that I wasn't really here for, but he decided to go home. And Bambi and Scrap, first of all, they go to some type of like, you know how, what they call it? I guess a polo match they were at. Bambi was not dressed appropriately for a polo match. I don't know, the sunglasses that had the Batman nose cover, the open white shirt down to the navel glued to her chest with this little mini leather skirt. I don't know who advised her, what stylist, or she came up on her own from Shimmer Boutique. Bambi, I love you. I think you're dope, but outfit was off. I don't think she packed appropriately for a polo match. That's not why we've all seen Pretty Woman. If you haven't, just Google polo match outfits. And I just don't, sidebar, sorry, side note, I did not understand the outfit she had on at the polo match. But she was talking to Scrap. It seems like they're in a good place at this point in the season. And she's talking to him about, Chaotic leaving. How does he feel about that? And Chaotic is saying, Scrap is saying, well, I was just playing when I said psych, I wasn't going to apologize, but he can't act like a victim. He knows what he did. He knows he owes me money. And in the middle of their conversation, he like plucked something or helped her with something on the middle of her midriff hanging open and telling her she looks real good. And it got awkward and they moved on from the conversation. But yeah, definitely, I was mostly distracted by her outfit at the polo match. But he's saying he didn't want Chaotic to go home and miss his opportunity to perform at the Unruly Fest, but you definitely didn't make it welcoming that he should be there. So while they were at the polo match, though, Karli, Amy, and Lil Zane, they're on a boat. They're doing some sightseeing, and they also Amy brings up that she doesn't like how Scrappy is downplaying that, she dated him. She has the text messages to prove it. Yet she pulled up text messages that was pretty standard of just, hey, hi. She's getting out of the shower and she sent him a picture of her foot. I don't know. Just, it wasn't giving like, oh, I really want to get to know you. I want to date you. Let's go here. Let's go there. Like whatever, what she was reading was like, why are you even bringing this up? Um, I know now, we all know now that she's with, what's his name? Is it Dwight Howard? Um, Superman, the basketball player, former basketball player. They're engaged or seemingly married because she has the engagement ring and a wedding ring on, but it hasn't been confirmed yet. I haven't been able to find a marriage certificate, but they're traveling together and everything. It's like, I don't know if they were together at this time of the show. I don't think so, but I'm pretty sure she's looking at this and kicking herself in her own butt. Like, why were you even bringing that up? It wasn't even necessary, especially if you had already moved on and apologized the last episode with Bambi. I really didn't understand that at all. But Lil Zane also tells them that Chaotic went home. They're shocked. They didn't know. And they're also mentioning how they know things about Scrappy. They've heard things. They would, he wished that they wish that they can get it together. They also say to Little Zane, listen, you out here looking like a single man when you married. You're talking all in these girls' faces. And Amy's like, did you forget I'm cool with your wife? Like, I'm going to tell her everything you're doing out here. And he's making like, hey, I'm just trying to build my fan base. So, my fan base is mostly women. It's not men. And I'm just networking and building fan base. And how? You've never traveled before out of the United States, yet you're building a fan base. Okay, sir, whatever you say. Like, I don't even have time for it. Um, they go out to dinner. I mean, if you guys also want to know, really didn't make much sense to me, but Erica, Santana, Ciara, Rashida, Kirk, they're all at Erica Banks's mixtape release. which I like her songs in that mixtape. They're a bop. I like them. Um, they sit down and they haven't really been around each other, Erica and Rashida and Kurt, since at the Ciphers of the A concert last season. And they're also talking about how Eric or Jasmine, Kirk's baby mother, was saying, they tell Ciara, because she wasn't aware of it, how Jasmine said that, Mandisi's be at her bar, and that, Ciara saying she's gonna look into that. Kirk is acting like he's out of it, like it ain't his baby mama that's saying these things about his friend. But he's just like, Jasmine and whatever she's going hard at, man, these things got nothing to do with me. She wouldn't be around if it wasn't for you. You are involved. Shut up. So that happened, and we'll see. I did see in the preview for the next episode that Yandy and Mandisi sit down with Rashid and Kirk. They feeling some type of way, like, yo, your baby mother running around here rampant saying I'm doing this in the third. We're catching hell on the internet, and y'all just staying quiet. Y'all supposed to be our friends. So we'll see how that conversation goes. But they all met up back in Atlanta on this episode. Now, they went out to dinner that night in London. They being, like I said, Karli, Zane, Amy, Bambi, Scrappy, Spice. They go out, and again, Zane is there. He's sharing a seat with a woman. He talking about they ain't exchanging phone numbers, but they exchanging social media handles. Same thing at this point. You DM just like a text message. Like, and he's like, "Oh, it's nothing. Again, this is my fan base. My, he's telling them his wife isn't insecure." And then Zane throws out this comment of, "Well, Karli, you gave me your hotel key." All right. That's a engaged woman, also married at this point, but engaged woman at the time of this. She said in her confessional that it was over 20 years ago. She ain't give him her key like that. It wasn't in that manner. She's always looked at him like a little brother. She's known him forever. I don't know where that came from. It was very left field, and they didn't elaborate further. In his confession, he was saying, "Yeah, she gave me her key. She was real drunk, so I didn't go to the room." But he never specified, was it on this trip or was it the 20 plus years ago that Karli was talking about? So that was weird conversation to me, but I'm side eyeing it. Like, what, say what next? Say what now? So we'll see what's going on there, but he's making like it ain't really it 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 insinuated like it happened during this trip. That's how I took it. And then she said it was 20 plus years ago. I don't know. But Amy wants to address at the table how she doesn't like how Scrappy is downplaying their dating situationship from last season. She goes into saying she has the text messages. They were definitely talking, texting, dating. And then he says, "No, I wasn't. We weren't doing that. He don't want no static with nobody. That got static with his baby mother." Bambi takes offense to that and saying that she is not his baby mother. That's Erica. That's not her. I felt like if you felt like it was degrading or something you don't want to be called, why bring Erica into it? Like, who you talking about, Erica? Because it's never given baby mother over here. Like, okay, you were married to him. You want to be called ex-wife? Tomato, tomato to me. I don't get why it's so important to be called that. It is what it is. Either way, you ain't with him no more. And if you say you over it, what does it matter? I just didn't get that either. But it just was giving weird vibes to me with Amy. Like, again, I don't know why she's bringing it up. We went through the conversation and she started out making it seem like it was something. Then she said, exactly, we were just kicking it. She didn't show the text messages or, and, ooh, I hit my light, y'all. He didn't. She didn't show any of the text messages. Like, she's trying to validate a relationship that really wasn't a relationship. And Bambi even said it, like, it was embarrassed. I was embarrassed for her because you keep getting up here claiming people that don't claim you. We saw that with the guy that Bambi was dating last season, that she's saying that she was dating or hanging out with for some time, and he's saying it was just some late night stuff. They ain't even going on a date or out to dinner. Scrappy not claiming that he was dating or talking to her. He said he never did that. Nothing ever happened. He don't want no static. He done blocked her and muted her on social media and all types of stuff. It was like, why even bring it up? I don't understand that for the life of me. And then get upset that now you're gonna look crazy on camera. You shouldn't have brought it up. We weren't asking you what happened with, nobody cared, nobody was talking about that. You was weird for even doing that to begin with, knowing that whether you was mad over a guy from a decade and some change ago that Bambi was talking to and didn't know that you were talking to at first. You just should have had a conversation. You tried to do some get back and it didn't work. And I think she brought that conversation up and it just, like, thinking she had some tea or something, and it just didn't land well and it ended up making her look bad. They also get into the conversation of, chaotic, well, not so much chaotic, but that Lil Zane brings up that on the boat and along with chaotic, like there's been said that there's things that people know about Scrappy that, they ain't said to him or his face. And Karli comes out and say, well, I'm just gonna ask, do you have a baby in these streets? Because that's what the streets are saying. Amy co-signing, she heard that too. And if we're gonna talk about it, let's talk about it. Bambi's upset because she's like, "Oh, I just made up with Karli. If you knew this, why can't you tell me that to the side? Like, why would you say it in front of the table?" But sis, you just told everybody you don't care who you talk to, who you flirt with. So she brought it up. So don't be mad at her. Be mad at your choices. I don't know. But he's saying, like, how y'all know something I don't even know? He gets upset just like Bo said on Beverly Hills, a hit dog on holler. He definitely started sweating. He asking for to-go containers. He's ready to leave. Like, he's gonna leave, and he like, y'all can stay together and do the performance. Now he ready to go back and leave, just like Chaotic did. Spice is like, gotta be feeling disrespected. You brought them out here for this great opportunity, and everybody just wants to build because they're having tough conversations. Um, and Zayn is in the middle of it, like, yeah, I don't like nobody talking about, Scrappy behind his back. Amy's like, but you won a sprinter last night talking about it behind his back. You was team chaotic. Now you're in front of Scrappy and you team Scrappy. Like, she's upset saying that he's not little Zayn anymore. He's little liar. She's really just mad that she played herself on camera and now she's taking it out on little Zayn. So everybody grabbing to go containers. Karli's still sitting there eating. And Scrap is saying, y'all ain't my friends. Karli, you ain't my friend. You Bambi's friend. And he's getting up to go. And it was just a mess. Just a lot of, I feel like clearly we know now, like I said, that he did have a baby on the way. He did have a baby from a woman that was on his dating show that he had, ironically, with Chaotic, a dating show that he had. He chose another woman on the show, and it was another one he was interested in. They had a threesome, and he ended up getting the girl that he did not choose on the dating show pregnant. And that was circulating because the woman he did choose on the show started going on TikTok and saying, put your finger down. Y'all know how y'all do that. Put your finger down if you was on a dating show and the guy you chose got your friend pregnant, and then if it was in a threesome, put another finger down. And like, she did one of those videos. And I was like, oh my God, I believed it as soon as she said it. The details were there and I believed it. I ain't gonna hold you. But we waited till we got confirmation and everything. I mean, I told you as soon as it came out because I believed it. But yeah, it just like I said, I guess the episode didn't land like it wasn't as juicy as maybe it was if we didn't know the outcome of him having a child or not. We already know that. Amy played herself and Chaotic went home missing out on a great opportunity. So I don't know who's gonna be the last man standing out in London that actually does perform. How do you perform ciphers of the A if half the cipher ain't there? I have no idea, but we will see what happens on the next episode. It does seem like, the rumor mill is spinning back in Atlanta about Scrappy and his alleged new baby. Mama D's getting involved in it, all types of stuff. She's gonna go and meet with the alleged baby mother. So a lot more to come. Again, I don't know how I'm gelling with this season because we know the outcome here. So hopefully there's some other juicy stuff coming in this season that will keep me entertained and interested. But those are my thoughts on last night's episode of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta. I will be back tomorrow to give you my thoughts on the season finale of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. I'm so excited. If you guys haven't seen a sneak peek, it is on my page right now. as well as a sneak peek of the 3-part reunion that will start next week, Wednesday. I'm seated, y'all. I cannot wait. So make sure y'all come back to give me your thoughts on it as well. And again, like, share, subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss any of my recaps. Hit that alert. Make sure that you get the alerts when I'm live streaming my podcast so that you can interact and comment and let me know your thoughts on the episodes as I recap them. All right. As I always say before I end my shows, reality TV stars and humans too. Don't forget that. It's your girl V with Reality Recap. Y'all have a great night. Peace.